Harina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Ah, well, I can't complain. It's a beautiful day. We have coffee. We have nice treats, you know. So I wanted to first and foremost thank you for taking the time to come out, you know, and I hope you two appreciate my time.
I appreciate you for having me.
I'm just messing with you. So I know that overall you're here to, you have a lot going on. You have
a lot going on.
You have some things going on, and you basically want to come out and tell your side. I know that you've spoken to some people, but you basically want to come out and tell your side and kind of just set the record straight.
Yeah, because I want, it's just so much going on, and people are calling me liar and this and that, and I don't really like that. I just want to be known. I don't want to be known for a liar, you know, because I'm a very honest girl, so I want people to know that.
Okay, so it's not even about, because, you know, if you Google your name, you pop up. You know, you're on all these different...
No, I don't care about that.
So
and I'm not on... If you Google my name, I want to pop up for something other than that drama that's out right now.
Something constructive.
Yeah, something better than being known for fake John DeMello's wife or something.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, but my dad is Nigerian, my mom is American.
Okay, so
I was born and raised in Philly.
You were born and raised in Philly.
Yeah.
It's okay, you are still Nigeria. I didn't say Nigeria. Well, you're international.
Yeah,
you're playing everything. That's fair, that's fair. So, Harina, I want to tell us a little bit about yourself, because there's this persona that you're kind of like this groupie who is making up this story. First and foremost, let me ask you, are you single or are you married?
I'm married.
You're married?
Yeah.
And who are you married to?
Well, I'm married to John DeMello.
John DeMello, legally. Okay. And John DeMello he's a Ghanaian...
He's a Ghanaian actor.
Okay, so he's a Ghanaian actor over there in Ghana. Okay.
But he comes over here and do movies too.
Okay, I've actually had the pleasure of meeting John.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm just minding my business. I'm letting you tell your story. I'm just letting you tell your story. So, how did you meet John? Because, you know, people are like, she's just making it up, you know, and I read somewhere where it was like, oh no, you did a movie with him. That's when you're sweet like honey. You did a movie with him, and that's how you met him. How did you meet John DeMello?
No, I never did any movie with John. Never ever was on set with John. Never went to production with John. I met John through Facebook. So we started talking for about almost a year.
Facebook?
Okay.
No.
Facebook is a meeting site, you know?
And it is. I'm just saying that it's very interesting how you guys...
Yeah, so we met through Facebook. I never looked at John as like anything major. I just thought, you know, we were just chatting. And you know, I knew he was an actor, but I didn't think he was that big, you know, that famous.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Okay. So who reached out to who? Did you reach out to him?
No, when I liked one of his posts or whatever, so he liked it. So I actually said something to him because he liked it. Was only mine that he liked.
Okay.
So
I see that.
So I thought he was whatever. So I actually said something to him. I reached out to him first.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, there was a little back and forth. So it was obvious that you guys were flirting. So when did the two of you first officially meet?
We met when he came down to Maryland about a year ago. So he came down to Maryland, we met. You know, it was never we went out. It was always he came over to my house. And
you guys just kind of hung out because it wasn't.
I wouldn't even call it dating, really. You know, a relationship dating, you hang out, you do stuff together. I would just say it was just like just hanging out.
So you guys were cool. You happened to be this really cool guy that you met on Facebook.
And he was very nice too.
Okay.
He came off as very humble and like laid back guy. He wasn't all flashy and stuff like that. And that's the type of guy I like. So that's why I took to him pretty quick.
Yes, Yes, and I have to be honest, John does have that demeanor. He does not appear to be a flashy guy.
He's not flashy.
He does seem to be somebody, you know, it's seeing him, he's reserved, he's quiet.
Yeah.
He's not like loud and on the scene, drinking, all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you guys hung out. How did the marriage thing, because I'm talking to you now and you're telling me he was just really this cool guy that I liked. I didn't think anything, because you're a beautiful girl. And I know that you are also, are you into entertainment?
Yeah, I did. I did. I'm working at, well, let me just start by when I grew up.
Okay.
Like
yes, please tell us.
I mean, I went to Alney High School, graduated Alney High School, went to Temple University for 2 years, got my associate degree.
Okay.
Came over here, went to UDC, got my bachelor's degree, so I got that in nursing, so I'm actually a nurse at the moment. But during like college and stuff like that, I was doing theater acting. So I did a lot of acting, a lot of theater shows in different places. I work with a lot of well-known actors like over here.
Okay.
That's why I didn't think of John as being so well-known, because I know
Hollywood is the number one.
Hollywood, I would think is like
bigger than Hollywood.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess I'm not from there, so I don't know how their stuff works.
Right.
I never thought of him as anything major. So.
Okay. All right. So you're into entertainment. You know people that are in not even just Hollywood. There's also, you're familiar with people in Nollywood. You're familiar with people in Hollywood. So you're talking about you know some people. Have you ever really, are you somebody who's on the scene, like you like to party? Have you ever really dated anybody?
I never dated any actor or rapper or whatever. No, I never date anyone. I don't go to shows. I don't show up at shows just to meet guys. I don't, when they are saying, oh, it's a movie, we're shooting a movie here in Maryland, I don't go to Maryland to look at the stars or people they call stars and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't
people
do
they
any
call
of that.
stars. I see. I like that.
Yeah, I don't do any of that. So I'm just chill, I lay back. I go out once in a while. If they, you know, come with something saying, oh, we have some stars coming to this club. No, I'm not the first one on scene. My friends call me and say, let's go, blah, blah, blah is coming. I don't even care.
Right.
Because it doesn't faze me any type of way, you know.
And that's not even how you met John.
No.
You didn't even meet him while he was working in his limelight. You met him off the Humble.
I met him off the Humble side, yeah.
So did you get a chance to meet his friends, his family, vice versa?
The thing, you know, he's more private. I'm private too, but he was extra private with him. Like, he didn't want to put any information out. He didn't want anyone to really know anything. So, I mean, yeah, it was kind of strange, but since I trusted him and kind of respected him, I went along with whatever he
the
said.
heart.
Yeah, that's the heart.
Yeah, the heart. Okay. All right, so you guys were dating, or not dating, but hanging out. You were getting to know one another.
Well, I would say, I mean,
dating.
He was the only one I was in, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were, okay, so you were dating. You were getting to know one another. You were becoming closer. How did the whole marriage thing come about?
It's strange.
Because I'm talking to you, and it seems like you guys have a regular, you had a regular, natural, progressing, casual friendship relationship.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of strange. He came over to my house one night. It was a Saturday night. He came over, and we were just relaxing like we normally do. And you know, he brought it up. You know, like in a joking way, like, let's just go get married. And I was like, is he joking, like, or is he serious?
Right.
So I was like, he's like, no, I'm really serious, you know, let's just go get married. So I was like, stop playing, you know, you joking around, I don't really believe you or whatnot. Right. So that was a Saturday night. So after he left, we forgot the subject. Right. After he left, it was Monday morning. He came, March 11th, 2013. He came. And he was like, let's go to the courthouse. I was like, let's go to the courthouse. Are you serious about this? Like, was you really serious?
Right.
You know,
like
first of all,
like
it wasn't
to you like a movie.
It wasn't a proposal. Like, it wasn't like, oh, will you marry me? Right. It was just like, let's go get married. Okay. So, you know, when he came over, it seemed really unbelievable, but
like
it's
a fairy
true.
tale, like
it's true.
Well, you know what? That's what fairy tales are made of. And
yeah,
so
because I was married before, so you know,
so
I kind of.
you were married before.
I was married before, so I know what marriage, like a proposal and different things like that. It kind of seemed like, you know, a movie for a minute, you know, but he was serious. So I mean, I loved him, so I trusted him, so I just went along and did it.
Let me ask you something very quickly, because I know the way that their minds will work. You just mentioned that you have been married before. So very briefly, because that's not the issue, but I just want to, you know, clear the way.
Yeah.
So you were married before.
I was married for 7 years.
For 7 years.
Yeah, I got married at 17. Right out of high school, I got married to like my high school sweetheart.
Okay.
So I was married for 7 years, and you know.
So you're not somebody that is just all over the place.
I'm not at all. I'm like, I was in the house for 7 years. Went to school, went to work, and just in the house for like 7 years, 7 whole years. I'm not all over the place at all. I'm like I know what marriage life is like. That's why I was so shocked after the marriage for him to just treat me the way he treated me and to just disappear like that.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. So when even at the same time in him proposing or coming to you and saying, let's get married, let's do this, because you had already had that experience, it wasn't something that, even though it came out of the blue, but at the same time it was a responsibility that you knew, like, hey, well, I've actually been married before and I feel like I can handle this, even though it's come so abruptly.
It came so quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I felt like I knew I could handle it. I know what marriage is, I know what divorce is, so I knew I could kind of handle it, but I thought he was really serious because I took him as like a really nice, humble guy. I didn't think of him as anything else.
Right.
Like, that's what I thought.
So your emotions, they were just
all over the place.
All over.
And I was happy at one time, happy at the same, and like thinking, like, what am I doing here? Like,
but you wanted, you know, and
I wanted it, but I wasn't sure, you know?
You weren't sure.
But that's why I asked him a couple questions before the marriage.
Okay, so you guys